Hey, I was at a conference called the Tax and Legal 360 conference last weekend, and I wanted to think about what can I come and talk to y'all about today. And I guess the favorite topic that I had that they talked about was Roth IRA versus the IUL life insurance and which one's best. So there's a lot of pros and cons for each one. So I thought that I would just go over and highlight a little bit of it in case you've been wondering, should I do Roth IRA or should I do the whole life insurance? And again, this was from Mark J. Kohler's. I'm part of the Main Street Certified Tax Pro Advisors. So basically, Roth IRA, you get to do up to $7,000 as of right now. If you're over 50, you get to do an extra $1,000 a year contribution. Zero tax deduction. Both the IUL, the life insurance, and the Roth have zero tax deduction. So just for you know that up front. But you can invest what you want to, especially if you're self-directing. You can invest in what you want, what you know, what you believe in, and all the returns go back into that account, and then it grows, grows, grows. When you get to 59 and a half, you can take it out and it will be tax-free. Another benefit is that any money that you put into your Roth, the principal amount that you put into your Roth, if you need to take that out, you can take it out. You can take it out before you're 59 and a half, right? And it's the interest that's growing on it. If you take that out before you're 59 and a half, that's when you have that 10% penalty. So for life insurance, UIL life insurance, it is it's a combination of a little bit of term and then a lot of whole. So you have a little bit of death benefit and but the premiums are very, very large. So say if you were to put $10,000 in for the year, 2,000 of that, just roughly guesstimating, and this is again off of what they talked about in the conference, say 2,000 of that's going to go towards your term life insurance so that you will have a death benefit, and then 8,000 of it is going towards the whole life side of things, building up that cash balance. And then you always hear that you can go ahead and borrow from that money. Well, the kicker is they really helped me understand this, is that a lot of pretty much the large majority of that money that's going into the whole life side of things, that cash balance that's supposed to be building up, is going to pay commissions and fees for a long time. Like it's kind of like break even part, like it won't get you to, you won't even be able to borrow against that money until about 7 years in. That's when they said is like, oh, you should have enough money in your cash reserves to be able to borrow against that money, because that is one thing you can borrow against there, and then you're still earning interest on that money. So that is a good part of it. Both of them, the Roth and the UIL, is asset protected in case of like a lawsuit. So the cost associated with them all. So a Roth, you can open up, like if you want to do self-directing, it's about $300 to open up with directed IRA. And then with the UIL, there's a very large cost up front, and you're paying for that upfront. Tax benefits. For Roth, there is no tax benefits. For UIL, it's like the cash value, the value is growing, and then you're not paying growth on it. So you're not going to, so kind of like whenever you go do, you're not paying taxes on the growth of that money on the UIL. Here's another big one, investments. So with the Roth, if you're self-directing, you can basically invest anything you want that money to go towards. So if you want to invest in private equity, if you want to invest in gold, silver, if you want to invest in the stock market, have your Roth IRA buy a rental property or contracts, cattle contracts, like you can invest in anything. Now, you can also have a Roth IRA with a financial advisor, and then you can invest in Wall Street. Like, so whatever they have available for you to invest in, you invest in whatever they have. With UILs, basically, You have no say in what they're investing in. They are investing in the S&P, and whoever the S&P does, basically there's no zero, like it won't go below zero. So if the S&P shoots down and has a negative 28% in one day, you're not going below zero. But at the same time, if it has a high or a gain, I don't know, 60%, you're not getting the high either. It's capped at a high. So that could be good or bad, because sometimes people shouldn't be investing their own money. They might be horrible at it. Like just saying, and you should know yourself. Like I do have clients come in and like, I don't want to learn about self-directing. I don't want to learn about that. I have enough to do with my own job or career or business. I'm not interested in that. I want to have someone else invest my money. So, and if you want to do that, I would still recommend putting in your Roth first and then using like Edward Jones, Fidelity, whatever, and having them invest your money. What else am I missing here? Oh, here's a big one. Here is a big, big, big one. What happens if you stop paying? What if it happens if you stop putting money in to these things? Well, if you stop putting money in your Roth, oh well. Like whatever's in your Roth, it'll still keep on growing. Like however you're investing it, you still keep on growing it. What happens if you stop putting into a UIL? So basically you do have premiums every single year that needs to be paid or monthly. And if you stop paying into those cash reserves will go towards paying the premiums every single month. Well, if it's not doing very well or you stop putting money in it and it can't make the monthly premiums, it's canceled and you lost everything. Like this is what I hear happens to people. Mark said it happened to him twice. Like once when he was in law school and he couldn't afford to pay it like personally, and then once when his dad died and his mom wasn't putting any money in it and she lost like her $5 million value, which because they didn't know, like they just didn't know. So like literally you could lose your death benefit and all of your cash balance if you're not paying attention and if the UAL is not set up properly. So ultimately, if you're looking for money, I would recommend putting money into your 401k, matching it out. If you have a 401k with your business or your work, matching it out. Then next, put your money into a Roth IRA, fully fund that if you can. The third one is do an HSA if you're looking for a place to do it. Again, HSAs, you can also self-direct, so you don't have to use who your work offers. Like that isn't a good deal, but you can open up an HSA through a different company, and then you can direct that money. So you can self-direct the money and invest in what you want, or again, you can call up like a Fidelity or whatever and put your money into Wall Street. And then the next one is then if you know like you have a lot of money that you want to invest and you've been researching the UIL, you've been hearing all about the self-banking and all that. Then if you want to do a UIL, then you can, but make sure that you have enough money and you have enough cash flow that you know for sure that you will be able to continue paying those premiums for as long as you need to. Because once you stop and the cash value runs out, you're going to risk losing your death benefit and whatever the cash value is. So that's just some food for thought. If this was interesting, go ahead and follow us, subscribe to our page, like and put a comment. And ultimately, if you want to talk more about this or any other, we go live I do a video every single Tuesday on different tax strategies. If you want to talk about them, please book a discovery call. Like, yes, I'm talking about different tax strategies, but you also have to be able to implement them properly. If you don't implement them properly, one, you could get audited and you could risk losing it all. Two, you just may not have set it up properly and it's not going to give you the benefit that you thought. So just make sure that you're booking a discovery call and then we can have a comprehensive consultation and figure out how we can best help you and make sure that this stuff gets implemented correctly, for that it will save you money this year in taxes and save you going forward in taxes. Like all of these strategies are like years and years and years. Like they're not just a one-time savings. It's going to be years and years that's going to be saving you money on taxes. And then you can redirect that money into like your retirement or into a UIL, or just start building a legacy and buying that second home, that cabin, lake house, whatever you want. Putting money in towards the kids' retirements or the kids' college, um, and just living that life that you dreamed that you wanted to have. All right. Peace out.